Hello, my lovely. You're pregnant and I'm so happy for you. This is going to be the most amazing thing that's ever happened in your life. It's such a crazy roller coaster of emotions, so let's talk about that. But first of all, let me just introduce myself. I'm Camilla. I'm a parenting coach. I'm 39 years old and I have a background in psychology and I'm a mom. So every week I come and share new videos with parents with different tips and tools and skills and random how-tos about parenting and just how to keep it fun and doing it together so that it's a little bit easier at times. So if you're interested in these videos, then please like and subscribe and you'll get them every single week. And please feel free to share with anyone else that you think that this might benefit. But let's get down to business. So you're pregnant and this is a magical time. But I think there's something about just acknowledging, first of all, that however you're feeling right now is totally normal. If you're high as a kite, wonderful. If you're feeling low, that's also totally normal. If you're feeling a bit anxious, that also is totally normal. And if you're like up and down like a freaking yo-yo, that is also totally normal. Like not only are there hormones at play and all kinds of weirdness, but also I think we have this picture in our minds when we're younger and we just look at, other people who are pregnant, we just think, oh man, they're having the time of their lives. They're fat and happy and eating whatever they want and they're going to have a baby and it's just like, oh, this little baby and it's going to be wonderful and they're all like blissed out. But actually the truth is there's more to it than that. That is part of the journey, or can be for sure. But there's also the flip side where we feel quite anxious. We're worried, about what will show up on the scan. Is everything okay with the baby? Am I going to carry to term? Am I going to, have a miscarriage? I mean, there's so many fears. They're actually really there's so much anxiety around being pregnant that people just don't talk about. And it's almost like people look back with these nostalgic rose-tinted glasses. Oh, when I was pregnant, it was wonderful. And actually, there's an element of anxiety there and that's totally normal. So don't worry. Whatever you're feeling, however you are right now, you're totally perfect because you are totally normal. Like everything you're experiencing, someone else has experienced as well. So don't worry about it. That's the first thing that I want to say. The second thing I want to say is really enjoy this time. It's such a precious, precious time. Things are going to change and, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be super rewarding, but it's also going to be super hard at times. And that's okay. Just mentally prepare yourself for that. I know everyone tells you, oh, you're going to be so tired and stuff, but really, really, you're going to be so tired. You might be one of the few lucky ones that has a child that sleeps through the night and is like amazing. And, but even then, I remember when my child started sleeping through the night and everything was going well, the health visitor was like, oh, but they mustn't sleep for too long. You must wake them to feed them. So no matter what you do, I just want to tell you, no matter what scenario you get, there's going to be amazing stuff about it, but there's also going to be the flip side where there's going to be someone telling you, that there's something to worry about. So just A, be prepared, and B, relax into that and know that it's all going to be okay. And more importantly than anything else, that you can handle whatever comes. This is a time for feeling empowered and knowing that you've got this and that you can do this and that you're a strong woman. This is the time for those things. So really what I want to talk about here, which people really do not give enough attention and enough value to, but there's something about self-care. Now is the time for self-care. And I'm not just talking about, because you're pregnant and you got time to relax and paint your toenails. That's not at all what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about everyday self-care in the sense that now is the time to put yourself first. Really, I give you permission to put yourself first. This is not just an added bonus, lovely to have. This is necessary right now, okay? You have to keep up your strength. You have to look after yourself, do things that you enjoy. If you find yourself feeling anxious, that's okay. But, find a way to come out of that anxiety. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to feel all the feelings. We're not robots. We're not, superhuman. We are human beings. We have a whole range of emotions. And that's really, really good that we're not denying those. But there's something about let's feel them and then let's move into a better feeling emotion rather than let's stay put. Let's unpack, let's move in and live in Anxietyville, because that's not where you want to be for your whole pregnancy and that's not where you want to be when the child is born. So set up some patterns now for self-care. Do things that make you feel good, whether it's a hot bath, a gentle walk, some yoga. You know, you will know you best. You're the expert on you. So you're going to know what you need the best, you know, and get used to putting yourself first, because you have to do this, because when the baby comes, you're going to be putting you and the baby first. So everyone else is going to have to deal with that. So you might as well start preparing people for that now. Might sound a bit harsh. You might feel like you're being selfish, but really it's not selfish, because when you're giving to someone else, you need to make sure that your cup is full. You can't give to someone else from an empty well, from an empty cup, okay? So you need to be refilling that cup, and you will know how's best to do that, whether it's watching a comedy or having a massage. If you have a massage, make sure that they know that you're pregnant. So just, you know, look after you. Eat the foods you want to eat. Eat the foods that you know are good for you, that are good for your body, healthy foods, drink lots of water. You know all the stuff you need to do. So really, like I'm not a doctor. The doctor knows what's best for you. You know what's best for you because you're the expert on you, right? So there's something about listening to your intuition, listening to your gut feelings about what you should and shouldn't be eating. Sleep when you feel that you need to sleep. Just listen to your body, okay? This is so, so important. Not enough people tell you to do this, or if they do, you don't hear them. So please hear me now when I say it's so important. It's really crucial to put yourself first right now. And look after your mood, you know? So if you're feeling anxious, that's okay, but then find a way to get out of that. And if everybody has this, everybody has that little inner critic, that little negative voice, that little I'm not good enough voice. And there's something about you need to find a way to address that voice now and stop it in its tracks and replace with a positive, kinder voice. Because this is a time for you to be kind to yourself, because you have no idea what's around the corner. And I don't say that to scare you, but I do say that with love, because there's so much love here for you, really. I'm saying it with love because I just want you to be prepared that it's going to be at times very difficult, and you're going to possibly be sleep deprived, and that little voice inside your head that you're not good enough, or you're doing it wrong, or you're not doing it the same way that everybody else is doing, that voice, unfortunately, in the early stages of parenthood, the volume gets turned up. So if anything, we want to practice turning it down now, so that it's so freaking quiet that even if it does get turned up a little, it's still like super, super low. And we want to be turning up the volume on the good voice, on the, I've got this. I'm a strong woman. I'm capable of anything. And whatever comes, I can handle it because I know myself. I've got support around me. I love myself. I've got this shit under control. So that's where you need to be coming from. You need to be coming from an empowered place. And if you need help with that, I'm here. Get in touch. I can help you with that. Really, there's simple steps that you can do. So when that little voice comes in with I'm not good enough, or why am I feeling like this is not how everybody else is feeling, or why am I doing it this way, or he said that the baby's supposed to be like this, or she said the baby's supposed to be doing this and my baby's not doing that, oh my God, and you're freaking out, just stop right away. What you're going to do is you're going to snap out of it. You're going to find a way to disrupt that little voice. You're going to disrupt the ego, the negative voice inside your head, the little doom and gloom voice, okay? So you're just going to find, even if it's something as simple as you just go, stop, and you just, or you slap yourself on the thigh. And if you're out in public and you feel a bit weird about doing this, pretend you had like a mosquito or something and then just brush it off so that people don't think you look too weird or whatever. It's something about having a vocal thing and a physical movement to go with it to snap you out of it. Some people get up and do like a silly dance to get out of that mindset. Whatever works for you, experiment. I know it might sound silly, but there's something about, like, however you find a way to do this. When that little voice comes in, you just go, stop. That's not true. I'm not listening to you. And then you replace with love. You remember a time that you did feel capable. You remember a time that you did feel good about yourself. You remember a time where you felt strikingly beautiful or amazingly strong or really proud of yourself because you just achieved something. And when you have that memory in mind, and maybe it's always the same memory, maybe that's your happy place, or maybe it's an array of different memories, but each time when the voice comes in, you stop it in its tracks, you replace with something that feels really good, and literally, even if you just close your eyes, and even if you just got 16, 17 seconds, just to visualize yourself in that moment, be in the moment, embody the moment, look through your eyes as though you're there now. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you smell? See your fingers, see your toes. What was going on for you at that time when you felt so proud of yourself? Where were you? Had you just graduated? Had you just cooked an amazing meal for your family that you didn't think you'd be able to do, or whatever? Like, it can be so different from, maybe you just passed your driving test. Who knows what it looks like? Whatever it is for you, be in that moment, embody that moment, feel it as though you're literally there, It's such a simple thing. Stop the ego, stop the little voice, and replace with love. That's all you got to do. But practice it now, because when the time comes and the baby's here, you might need to do that. I'm putting it out there now. So you have time to prepare. The more you can practice now, the better, because when the baby comes, you won't have any time for practicing. You will barely have time to look after things like basic needs like showering, going to the toilet, making sure you eat, making sure you sleep. Though, to start with, it becomes easier after a while, and it's going to be the most amazing journey. But there's something about being prepared, and also not being too attached to any kind of outcome. We might visualize this perfect birth scenario, or we might visualize certain things about how it's going to be with the baby. Don't get attached too much. Be hopeful, of course, always hope for the best, but always just prepare that it may not look the way that you expect it to. I remember having this thing, and everybody's got something where it's like this. I was really looking forward to bathing my baby. Something about looking after my baby and the water and soothing. And I love water, so the thought of giving my baby a bath, oh, my baby's going to love this. We're going to bond. He's going to love it. We're going to connect. My baby hated the bath. He hated water. He hated bath time. So I had to get that idea out of my head, because I was so disappointed every time I gave him a bath that he wasn't, loving it as much as I thought that he would. So everybody has something like this where they have some sort of hope or dream or image in their mind of how it should be. Take the word should and throw it away. Same thing with how other people go, oh, your baby should be doing this by now. Really? According to what? According to all the books. Really? My baby hasn't read those books. My baby's doing his own thing. My baby is developing just the way he should. There's something about trusting your instinct as a parent, trusting that your baby knows what your baby's meant to be doing and that your body knows what it's meant to be doing. It's all about trust. Going with your gut instinct. Of course, be informed. Of course, take the advice of the experts and the doctors and of course, I'm not saying don't, but just something about come from a place of trusting yourself and knowing that you're strong enough to get through whatever comes. If you come from that place, it will all be good. I promise. I promise. Anyway, let me know how you get on. If you need any advice along the way, just hit me up. I'm not saying I'm going to charge you for some consultation or anything. Just get in touch with me. I'm happy to reach out. If you want like a whole program of sessions and stuff, then fine. We can talk about payment and whatever. But otherwise, I'm happy just to have a free conversation. Like, this is not about the money. This is about you being okay and you feeling good about yourself, because this is an amazing ride that you're on. It's an amazing journey, and you're going to change so much as a person. You're going to grow. You're going to learn. You're going to become a whole new you. So it's really exciting time, and really I want you to enjoy this as much as you can. Anyway, if you feel that this is at all useful, get in touch. Feel free to like and subscribe, share with others, whatever you want to do, and I'll be back again next week.